Good evening, everyone. Thank you for sharing this special moment for me in our Biloxi. I'm honored. We're also honored tonight to have with us Pastor Paul Springer of Pentecostals of the Gulf Coast and Bishop Louis Kinnerman of the Diocese of Biloxi. Thank you both. It's also great to have our great partners from Keesler, the best base in the United States Air Force. Let me welcome Colonel Deborah Lovett, Commander of the 81st Training Wing, Colonel Mike Smith, Vice Commander of the 81st Training Wing, Colonel Danny Davis, Commander of the 81st Mission Support Group, Colonel Edward Segura, Commander of the 403rd Mission Support Group, and his wife, Misty. So thank you. Well, one thing let me say, Deb, you're surrounded by my cousins, and pretty much in every way, or in a little way, they're crazy. So we can match you on that. But it's great to have you here. Welcome also to my brother mayor, my mayor brother of Gulfport, Billy Hughes, and his wife Paula. Over the last couple of years, we've worked more than well together for our cities. Thank you, Billy. Let me congratulate the members of the City Council and say welcome and thanks to their families, especially Nathan Barrett, our new representative from Woolmarket. Welcome to the team. I'm counting on you, and I look forward to working with all the council in making Biloxi a better place for all of us. Let me say the challenges come every day in every way. I've always talked about our efforts to make and keep Biloxi safe, friendly, and beautiful. Please join me now in recognizing and acknowledging nearly 600 employees, or associates as they say in Walmart, of the city of Biloxi, who meet those challenges and reach for the goals we have for Biloxi every day. So let me give them a big hand. Biloxi is many things, most all good, and many of them great. Our goal is to make every one of them even greater. I must stop at this point and offer my sincere thanks to my family and my friends for supporting me and putting up with me in achieving a lifelong goal and dream of mine, to lead my hometown especially my wife, Serena, who tells me on many occasions that this job is going to kill her and not me. Susie, I don't want to lose her. Look, you know I'm not the smoothest talker around, but I wasn't elected mayor to make great speeches. I was elected to make things happen. However, I'll tell you, I know several languages: Fortran, COBOL, BASIC, assembly language, JCL, AutoCoder, EasyCoder, Visual Basic, and others. But English is the only thing I can communicate with you tonight. I like to think that I have a pretty good CPU, central processing unit, and a robust operating system. So buckle up, pay attention, and I can't help but go fast. What I want to touch on tonight is restoration and transformation. In Louisiana, in a former Louisiana governor's book, Governor Edwards' book, he gave advice to then Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton before taking the oath of office as president. He said, just do the obvious. Vincent, conversely, it was my childhood friend, Jesse Canode, who grew up on Benaki Avenue, in my first term as mayor, offered me a new Biloxi motto: if it's stupid, we're not going to do it. Both good points. In the obvious category, and this is especially for Felix and George, we've got a $350 million FEMA-funded Katrina recovery, rebuilding, water, sewer, storm drains, streets, and sidewalks. North contract, 3 years ago we started. We don't know how much time we've got left on this. But every day is a challenge. If we beat every week with MEMA, every other week with MEMA and FEMA, we started this. There were 16 contractors, 16 design agents, 11 contractors, and 1 program manager. A third-party program manager. We assumed that role and really pushed into that role in May of 2016. But I'm here to say, with those meetings and with those efforts, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We found our way to fund this project and cash flow this project, and all we need to do is have our contractors perform. All right. The South contract, based on our group and our thoughts, was broken up into, and again, that's a 1,200-day contract at the best. We broke it up into 3 separate sections. Again, this is my ball game, and this is my goal is to shorten those days. Let me go back to the North contract. Some of the things that we did and had all kinds of blessings all the way. Keep in mind, this is a complex project. Just looking at the storm drain, there's 1,244 storm drains. Those little boxes where the water runs into off the side of the road. There are 200 and something of them installed. That means there's 800 and something of them to go. Again, those were poured in place as far as the specification. A piece of innovation we did was look at the ability to use precast. And again, that we feel will save about 400 days, not concurrently, but anyway, it's a move in the right direction. So meeting continuously, weekly with our directors and meeting every other week with MEMA and FEMA, we can plug through this whole contract. And again, keeping in mind all of these projects when it comes to sewer. I think in 1957, the sewer was installed in Biloxi with a 25-year lifespan. Well, we're over that a little bit. Okay, so we wore that deal out. But, in this contract, and there were a number of, I guess, what do you call it, lift stations, right? Everywhere. And well, using this gravity-fed sewer method, we'll eliminate 75 of those lift stations. And again, protect us from the things that happen when storms come or when, the lightning and some of these other things. We've got to keep it going. So that's a good thing. And when it's all said and done, Biloxi will be set for the next 100 years. Now, again, in the obvious category, MGM Park, right? Biloxi has committed to making this thing pull its own weight. But the devil is in the details. We figured it out, and we've introduced operational accountability. Progress is being made, but we have ways to go. Shucker's attendance is up and increased. We had a tremendous conference, USA, 21,000 in attendance over the course, and thank goodness for USM getting there. But the visitors we've had from Rice or Houston area, as well as San Antonio, what encourages us for future years, and again, we have at least 2 more years of Conference USA over and over again. Man, I've driven through here on Interstate 10, first time I've had the experience to see what you have down here. We have the whole package, right, Billy? And we're gonna cash in on that. So I'm encouraged with that venue, and again, we have a great team trying to identify what can be done in many ways. So. That's an obvious thing that is on our radar. Again, Deb and everyone at Keesler, the new main gate has been talked about, as Councilman Flew just told me, since 1985. But it's off and running, and we're proud of that. The new Division Street gate will be an economic corridor, and it will make it significantly easier for everyone to get in and out of Keesler, and it'll meet the post 9/11 security needs of the United States Air Force. It's been talked about for 15 years, but it's on the way. So that's a good thing. Now, in Wool Market, a community center is in process. I think we bought it the other day, as a matter of fact. A new fire station will happen shortly. The East Wool Market Drainage Project, a multi-million-dollar project, has been designed and will be out for bid within weeks. For Wool Market and all the Biloxi, a new solid waste contract, garbage and debris, is being evaluated right now. Waterfront Development, where we have the most potential opportunity, in my opinion. We've done Pops Ferry Causeway, and it's in construction, and it will be released shortly to us. West Biloxi Boardwalk behind the Restaurant Row is designed, and funding has been promised. We thought we had some, and they took it away. But we're working every day to do the things we need to do with every funding source. We were just successful in recovering some money from our friends in Jackson with regard to the rent that we put in the budget for the Golden Nugget property that we have. But we all are looking forward to complete the waterfront experience for all around the peninsula. That's a great opportunity. Again, another in the obvious category, the railroad crossing safety and the frontage design road along CSX Railroad is being studied today. One thing that is significant is homelessness. Homelessness is an issue in the country and in most every city. The solution is complex, but it must be addressed. Within walking distance of this spot, you're likely to encounter it. So we can't duck that issue. Now, from restoration and transformation, this place, the Saenger Theater, like the lighthouse, is another signature Biloxi landmark. As George mentioned, many memories in this theater. We must restore it. For 2 years now, there's millions of dollars, around $20 million that through the Department of Archives and History we applied to. Again, not successful so far, but we're like a bulldog. We're going to keep chomping on it. We hope to put the money, just $2 million, to fix the walls and do the things just to keep this thing open. But let me tell you, from this angle and talking to some of the people who have used this theater, it is a jewel. And it's something that I believe in, and that's why we said, let's get everybody out and see and experience the Saenger Theater. Brings us to Howard Avenue, as we used to call it, the Vieux Marché. Anyway, that's what I call it. Anyway, it's a vibrant, we want to put a vibrant two-way street with clusters of shops, bars, storefronts of every kind, and partial redefinition of the feeding roads to the main drag. SMPDD and the engineering has begun, and that will determine what chunks we can bite off. It can be created better than ever. The sand beach. Let me use some of my props. Billy and I and Paula and Serena went to a beach party. Miami Beach. That's Miami Beach sand right there. I picked it up on the beach, not on Ocean Drive, not on MacArthur Drive, but on the beach. It stays on the beach. This sand is from Porter Avenue in the Turning Bay. Now, we have spent, since I've been in office, over $450,000 removing that sand in timely occasions like cruising, like different events, to get it off Highway 90. Not my job, not my nickel, but we spent it. Now, in July, I believe it's July 17th, we're meeting with scientists from USM, Mississippi State, and Texas A&M to figure some things about beach profiles, characteristics of sand, littoral drift, and how we can keep the sand on the beach and off US 90. Okay, that brings us to high-tech business development opportunities. The U.S. Treasury just approved a $500,000 study by Governor Bryant from BP Restore Act money to move the Gulf Coast Broadband Initiative forward. Homes and businesses need gigabyte speeds up and down and affordable and reliable to compete in this world. Now, many of you know me. That's the phone I talk on, right? And the Russians cannot hack this phone. So I don't want to hear any more about Papa. Get you another phone. I do have another phone. This is it. Now, there is, this is part of life now. It's billions of computer terminals that pump out extraordinary information. It's being generated in huge amounts. A term we've learned was that you need to disaggregate that data to drive and define our strategies to be successful, to transform and succeed who and what we are dependent on, and we have to determine that. But this is information that we need to call down and figure it out. Together, using these tools, we will seize the opportunity. So, in closing, I hope I didn't run too long. I want to say that it's been an extraordinary opportunity for me, and again, the dream of my life, to say to you tonight, I look forward to the next 4 years. So let me close by saying, God bless you, and God bless our country, and continue to bless Biloxi. Thank you very much.